Welcome to JK Games, the game podcast where we bring you the gaming news we care about.
And maybe some that we don't.
Whether you play on easy mode
or you like a good challenge. Yeah.
This is a show where we'll try to level up your gaming knowledge. Gaming knowledge.
Lego.
I never really know how to end the word knowledge. It's hard to do.
What's fun about it is that
knowledge is in any song.
You can do it differently every time. That's what's fun. You know?
You're not wrong. I do it every time, a little differently, sort of.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's one of the things I love about our intro is that most of the time it's ad lib, and it's just a fun time to get started. But I'm one of your hosts, Kayla. This is JK Games Podcast with my other host.
And I'm Jerica. I think you were like tossing me the ball, but I'm also getting used to this thing called looking at the camera instead of looking at you. Yeah. And I didn't see visually. I got to get used to hearing the ball being thrown at my face.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm Jerica. I'm the other host at this lovely establishment that we have. We talk about video games and occasionally the TV show, The Last of Us, occasionally, and other various things, books and other TV shows.
Of course, yeah. We have to have a little bit of that sprinkled in there, which we do. You may be wondering, why are you not uploading this on Clickerbait, which is our other podcast where we talk about The Last of Us? But it's because we're not going to spend our whole episode on this today. We promise. We promise. Don't worry.
But boy, I'm so ready for April. It's going to probably be a Clickerbaity month and a half for us, I'm sure.
Yeah, but we still plan on doing JK Games while we also are doing that. We're not sure exactly what that cadence will look like yet. I'm sure me and Jerica will figure out more when the actual date is released and we can kind of plan around it. But there will be, both contents will exist. So don't worry if you're lame and you don't like The Last of Us, you can still watch our other content. Don't worry, it's fine.
OOCC, calm it down. I see Master Clicker baiters here, and I just want us to be real careful with that. Of all the people that would make a joke, it's you. Be good. Getting a little spicy lately, which I do enjoy it. And I might need that on a shirt too. But just be careful, CC. Watch out. Okay.
Samson XP said the angle looks great. Thanks. I don't know if you're talking about me or Jerica, but Jerica, obviously her setup looks great.
I might be upside down next week, so just bear with me as I'm trying new things, like literally hanging from the ceiling. And just know that's probably going to happen next week. I'm trying new things. Kayla is in a whole new space.
Yeah.
With better internet.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But it's going to get even better. Don't worry.
It's going to get even better.
Even better.
So
I forgot
we're
this is our first show. We skipped last week, so this is our first show in my new space. So yes, this is my new house. My books. I don't know how much you can see of them, but they're set up.
Some of the books,
some of them, yeah. But it's been I've been a very busy gal. Started a new section of my full-time job started that I'm doing. That's a big learning curve because I'm working from home, which is cool, but it is different. I'm having to adjust.
New
but
job in a new house.
Yeah, and it's a lot.
Ow, I hit my hand.
Oh, are you okay?
Sorry, hit my finger on my mic.
But we do have some loyal listeners in the chat who I'm sure want to hear us talk about all the things. But obviously, you're here for us too, so that's a little bit about what I've been doing behind the scenes.
About us and what we do. Yeah. I had a normal bowel movement this morning. It was great. It was phenomenal. That's how I know my day is going to be great. Okay.
It's litty titty, y'all. It's litty titty.
That's the definition of litty titty right there.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Oh yeah. Okay, Kayla. Anything that we need to know before we do this episode?
Yeah, let's go ahead and dive in. You guys are popping in the chat, which we appreciate. So we'll definitely get to y'all later. We have some submissions for you guys to get to. French Tip Design said that's how you know you're in for a good Monday. Hey. So if you just a little bit of housekeeping, a little bit of our loadout where we load up our gear, we get ready to go into the show where we have our easy mode where we talk about what we've been playing, what we've been watching. If you see my light going in and out, I have a ghost in my house, just so you know. Not
house,
really.
Brand new ghost. It's
I know.
Ghost. Or it followed you.
Oh my God.
Kayla,
don't say that. But if you don't know how our show's laid out, easy mode, where we talk about what we've been playing, what we've been watching. We have our normal mode where we have some news, where we're going to spend some time talking about The Last of Us season 2 teaser that came out. And then we have our expert mode, which we're going to talk about anticipated 2025 releases for games. We have some lists we're going to go through. We have your submissions we're going to go through. So make sure you follow us on all platforms, Shaky Game Podcast, where you can find us on Instagram for now, TikTok. We go live on Mondays, typically around 8:30 Central on Twitch. And then you can find our video on demand on YouTube afterwards. Shout out to Jerica, who's been owning all of that, and it looks phenomenal. Chef's kiss. But as far as other things that we've been doing lately, you can also find us on Spotlight Games. Their most recent episode, we did a game of the year kind of like bracket style with a bunch of us, and it was really fun. You can go there and follow them and follow everybody else that was on that show. It was really a fun time. But we can go ahead and kick it off with Jerica's easy mode. And what have you been playing and watching, Jerica? Tell everybody. Let us know.
I have been revisiting a game, and I talked a little bit about this when we were had Josh on. So the only other thing I've been playing. So eventually, I'm going to be playing more games. Working on it. We're getting there. We're so close. I can taste all the games, and I'm so glad because there's just so many games coming out this year. But I am playing a game from like 10 years ago. So what the hell am I doing? Still playing The Witcher 3 when I have time. And gosh, I was just barely scratching the surface when I started playing the first few times. Because that is one of the games on my backlog of Doom, which we probably need to get to that again soon, Kayla, just to see where we're at.
Yeah.
What other games have we maybe plucked off and added to? I'm working on it. So that was one of the games that I added to my backlog of Doom a while back. And just recently just had a want to dive back into The Witcher and Witcher 3. Been playing it and just doing like all the side quests, which I don't know why the hell I'm wanting to do that right now. I just finished Dragon Age. Like, why am I wanting to also play this other huge open world game? Is because the goal's not to beat it. The goal's not to beat it. I'm just trying to help this little town save their towns, helping this guy save the townsfolk. They've all been turned into pigs, and I gotta like escort these pigs back to this cave so we can give the money back to this shrine, and the pigs can the humans can, be saved from being from pigs, if that made sense. That was a lot of rambling, but that is one side quest. I'm having so much fun because the quests are just goofy like that, and I'm getting really into like all the I don't know the proper term. You've read the Witcher books, right, Kayla?
I've actually only read the first one. I did play some of this game, The Witcher 3. I did not. Maybe 10 hours, maybe. That's generous. I played some of it, yeah. So I don't know what you're talking about.
So when I say this, well, maybe you can help me here. I don't know.
Try.
Just all the Witcher experts out there, don't come at me. But is it a Witcher ability? And I can't remember the names. He has like a fire ability. He can like manipulate your thoughts. He can create a force protection field around himself. There's a few little Witcher abilities that you can use.
Oh, I don't know.
You have the option to do some alchemy in this game, create oils to put on your sword against certain enemies. So I've leaned into that part of the gameplay a little bit, going into tougher areas, fighting some monsters. And I love using the glossary to look up how I need to fight this monster. And just
That's fun.
It's like playing Pokemon in a way, because you're trying to find their weaknesses. And that's like a whole other layer to the game that I just completely missed the first time because I was just going around.
Signs are what the spells are called? Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. That sounds right. I feel like okay.
Fact checkers.
The Witcher
we
signs.
Love it.
Utilizing my signs. I'm utilizing my oils. And I'm taking down some tougher monsters and having a great time. So that's all I have to say about The Witcher 3. That's a whole other part of this game that's probably like one of many reasons why it was the game of the year for its time, and still to this day, very impressive game. And having it's fun. It's fun, and I love all the side quests. I'm getting into a lot of silly situations, and it's just a good time.
Look at silly situation.
I'm not gonna beat it. I know something else is gonna come out soon that's probably gonna pull me away from it, but just to chill and relax, and just get into, I don't know, helping these people. The whole town literally was turned into pigs. I don't know if you did that quest, Kayla.
I don't know if I did either, but that's how I need to go back.
Because it was. So I saw someone in the chat. Yeah, let the hogs out. Is that our saying?
Yes.
There was a lot of piggies that I saved, and I took a picture, and it's like, just me leading these pigs. There was like 15 pigs.
Wait, I do remember this. Actually, I do. It's towards. I know what it is. I remember this one.
It's early on. I haven't made it too far.
That's funny.
But I thought that was really great. And I was like, this is why I love this game. This game's a good time. Okay, I'm done.
Game Over Cholo, you have some questions. Yeah.
Game Over Cholo is very different. Okay, I need to be careful. It seems I'm scared. What does that actually mean? I haven't actually asked that yet. I knew that was part of our conversation in our last episode with them.
It was a bit.
Okay, I'm going to quit saying it.
It's not. I think it's just supposed to be, But speaking
all
of
the hog talk, okay, that's what I need to know.
Game Over Cholo said, "Hola, I bailed from The Witcher 3 replay, but Remnant 2 grabbed me again."
Okay, yeah, I've heard good things about that.
Never played that one.
My girlfriend was intrigued.
The French Dip Design said, "Is the game goofy, like a little kooky and fun?"
In my opinion, it is for sure.
Yeah,
I'm definitely laughing at it a lot more than I thought I would.
I have not been playing The Witcher 3. I have been playing a little game that I don't believe I've talked about on here yet. I think I think I talked about it in our Infinity Nikki episode, maybe. But I started playing Closer the Distance. It is on Steam. I forget who the developer is, but it is incredible. It's marketed as a slice of life sim. I don't know that I would necessarily say that it is exactly that. It's by the developer is Osmotic Studios and the publisher is Skybound Games. They only make like a couple other things, it looks like, but it's on sale on Steam and it's really good. It's very unique. It came out in 2024. Oh, it's not on sale anymore, but it's only $20 so regularly, so it's not super expensive. But basically, you're following this town, and it almost seems a little like culty. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if it's supposed to be culty, but you're following this town after the death of like one of the main character, at least in the beginning, is this girl. It's her older sister, and they're like younger. I think she's in like her late teens, and she passes away like pretty tragically in the town. And so you get to kind of follow the like ripple effects of like how that affects different people in the town. Like there's like her boyfriend, her sister, her mom, her dad, and you're kind of going about normal everyday life in the town. But the way that you can kind of switch between the characters is very interesting. It's kind of like all happening. It's like a not turn-based, but like it's real time. What is that called? Like real time days.
Is it like the Sims?
Yes, it's like The Sims.
Can you pause it, or is it just always ongoing? Because at first glance, when I saw this game, I thought of The Sims.
Yeah, and the daily tasks don't really matter. Like you can. It does kind of impact. It's choice based, which if you guys have been listening for any sort of time, I really like that. Okay, yeah, you've got clips pulling up. The art's also really interesting too. But you're supposed to keep your person like happy and like entertained to a certain extent, but it's all related to like what their goal is now that they're living in this like version of life where she has passed away. But the sister is like, she's like talking to her, and that's why you can see like the kind of projection of her. So she thinks she's like still alive. It reminds me a lot of What Remains of Edith Finch and Gone Home, like both of those, where there's this like narrative voice throughout the game. And there's like a mystery going on. It's really interesting. I think it's like very unique is really the best way I would describe it. So yeah, P-Schwag said it is shout out to Colts, and this game is so pretty to look at.
Yeah, we love Colts.
But here. It's like a nice cult. Like, you know what I mean? Like cult. They're all happy to be there. You know what I mean?
That's what they think. That's how they all start thinking, Kayla.
That's a good point. It could have a dark turn. I mean, it is kind of dark. But anyways, I'm enjoying my time. I've been having some computer issues, so I've been trying to focus on games that are less graphically intensive. And this one is one I've had on my list for a little while. So there's different missions, and it's cool because you can like observe different things going on in the town, and it will alert you when one of the characters is going through like an important scene that you need to watch and like help make decisions on. So I like that aspect. But that's really all. I've been watching some stuff. I've been watching Silo. The new season of that is out.
Yes.
Have you watched that, Jericho?
I watched the first episode and I was like, I don't want to wait week to week now. I'm gonna let them build up a little bit. So should be about that time. Is it over?
Yeah,
yet?
It's good. I think so. Maybe.
Okay,
I'm not caught up fully yet. But yeah, that's what I've been playing this past couple weeks. I'm hoping to get into some new things shortly. I really want to play Neva. Is it Neva or Neva?
Neva,
I forget.
I think.
I want to play that really bad. So that might be next up for me. But that is all I have. And I think it sounds like it's about time for us to indulge.
Yeah, let's do it.
It's time for us to dive in, Jericho. Let's freaking go.
Let's go. We want some more. We want last of our stuff. Let's go.
Feed us. Feed us. Jericho's got the video pulled up. If anything, we're not gonna go scene by scene like we have before, but we do need to talk about some things. There's some big points we need to cover.
I'm just going to pause at a few scenes here. So, like, I think
there's no rules. It's our podcast.
There's no rules. We're so excited. It seems like this trailer was a introduction to a new character that we all know because we're all gamers here. But I think this is like the nice little introduction to Abby, I could say. Like, if I was a viewer watching this trailer and I've never played the game, I'd be like, ooh, who's this lady? I don't know.
Yeah.
What's she doing there? She was also at the hospital when shit went down. So nice little introduction to a new character. So, and me and Kayla were talking like in this very short teaser, you hear someone speaking. I think that's Abby.
I think it is too.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you haven't seen it, you need to watch it. Like, you should definitely watch it. It's interesting, especially if you've played the game. If you haven't, are we going to discuss spoilers? Maybe like mild first game spoilers, first season spoilers.
If you're here and you haven't played The Last of Us, you probably shouldn't be here right now.
Yeah, that's a good point. You can
just
skip forward.
Go away for like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
or maybe
so we
10.
Can indulge.
Thanks.
Yeah. Thanks. Okay. Thanks. Bye.
I'm gonna go back a few seconds. We see our first little clip of a Seraphite with the little blade. I wonder if this is the scene. I can't remember. No, this might be somewhere else. It could be any. Ow! I keep hitting my mic arm. My finger is gonna fall off. I don't know if this is maybe the scene where Abby gets captured. Or not Abby, but Abby's captured too. But I'm drawing a blank on Lev and
Yara.
They're in trouble. Yes.
Yeah.
And Yara, with the snapping the bones, arm bones. Maybe that's the scene here. I don't know, but
maybe
that weapon there. I forget what it's called. A sickle? Is it a
scythe?
Scythe?
A scythe. Yes.
I was so close.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those
weapons terrify me.
That is really scary. And this might be jumping a little bit ahead, but Pishwag had a good question. Do we think this is younger Abby or not younger Abby in the beginning?
Oh, definitely younger.
Younger?
Mm-hmm.
I think so too.
I'll save my
definitely
prediction for where I think now what's going to happen with this season.
I'll
save it till the end.
Okay.
I'm finally landed on where I think this scene will happen. We'll get to it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's younger Abby in this whole trailer. This scene right here makes me think of the Ring Girl coming out of the TV.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Ring Girl. 7 Days.
That's a great movie.
It's a great movie. 7 Days. We see Ellie and Dina running away from something here, which is cool. And then we get, running away from something. Then a quick shift to a nice little dance. Which I think is a good way to introduce the audience to what a Last of Us story is. It's a lot of happiness. Well, actually, it's a little bit of happiness and a whole lot of misery. So, and running for your life. But I love being able to see them at the beginning of the game. Well, iconic. Not really at the beginning of the game, but beginning of the story situation. Flashback.
Iconic.
There's still a couple years to bulk and grow up. To Jackson, I feel like they're getting attacked and I don't know what's happening there. That's still a little bit of a mystery to me.
Yeah, we've discussed that. Yeah, we don't know. I don't know. Hard to say.
That's sort of, they've had this sort of scene like in the same place with like in the last trailer, Joel crying again.
Mans is always crying, unfortunately.
And the scene with Ellie like on the bed, like screaming, like I don't know what that's all about still. I don't know. I don't know where this is happening. So, and then I like the, where Ellie's like beating, like practicing some boxing. That wasn't in the game.
No.
I don't remember that.
It's giving Vi.
Yeah. Yeah. Arcade. Interesting. Oh, something blows up somewhere.
Yeah.
And then the red lights just make me think of death. Whenever I see a red light being reflected on Ellie's face.
Wait.
Yeah. So good. Okay.
But also, I can wait,
Yeah.
We
can be good.
I'm sad.
It's right around the corner. Already. April.
Yeah. First inkling at the month.
And someone mentioned White Lotus and how many episodes it has. You could probably do a Google search, but someone sort of landed on like what Sunday in April that it might be coming out on, because it comes. Yeah, it's probably going to come on right after the White Lotus. So, okay, and then I add some notes to our document, Kayla.
Yes.
Unless you're about to say something, I don't want to cut you off.
No. I was just going to say that P. Schwag had a good theory.
Bring it.
That maybe we only get young Abby this season. I think that would be hard to do. I don't know.
That's part of my prediction, Kayla.
Oh, okay. Let's hear it.
Yeah.
Let's hear
it. Regardless, I think, I was a little bit like 50-50. I'm like, oh, man, I really want them to make us feel what we felt initially when we played the game. Like it be something that happens very soon. Joel's death happens really soon in the game, and it's almost just like, slaps you in the face.
Jarring. Yeah.
It really puts you in the emotional state it puts you in the emotional state to like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm gonna have to play through this whole game without this character now. Like, what the heck?
Yeah.
And it's just so brutal how it happens. So like in my head, I'm like, they got to do something similar to the show, right? Like how do you get the audience to feel the same way about the story like you did with the gamers?
It's tough.
It's different. So I don't think a lot of people, I know if I just would have watched season 1, I don't know about you, but I'm not like incredibly attached to Joel or Ellie. Like we've only had one season. We didn't get a lot of scenes with them. So I do see this season, there's going to have to do a little bit more of that for us to have those feelings, I think, because we just spend so much time with them with the game. And that's a good point. And the show's great, but you just don't have as much time with these characters like you do with the video game. So they're going to have the audience go on some more rides with them. So whenever this does happen, you can feel a certain kind of way for both Ellie and Abby. I think I think the audience is going to feel equal. Almost not equal. Maybe we'll get a little bit mad, but I feel like we're going to feel bad for both ladies in this situation.
I mean, that's like the whole plot of the game, right? Like the divisiveness, the like what vengeance does to you, like the which way do I feel? Peachwag did say I feel like the audience are very attached to Joel because it's Pedro, which is fair.
I don't feel that way, so sorry, but you're right. I guess people could definitely see it that way. I didn't get attached to this version of Joel like I did with the game, and I might just be biased because of my experience with the game. Like I'd be curious to see like how his death would impact someone that's only watched the show if it happened the first episode. Versus what they do, maybe they're doing the second season is showing a lot, like maybe all we see of Abby is just flashbacks of her younger self, Abby, right? We don't really, up until the last episode. And that's when
I think
they keep Joel around into like the last episode, or at least like there's snippets of things. Like, I don't know, maybe we don't know what Ellie is doing. We don't know where Joel is. We don't know he's dead until the end because we're like going on this ride, but we don't know what she's doing. I don't know. Like, I'm sure they could do it. I'm not a writer, so I don't know how they would do it, but I think they're going to lead us on this journey with not knowing that he's died for sure until the end. And we're going to see a lot of this flashback story with Abby.
I think it's definitely possible that they could do that. I think that's a good theory for sure, especially with like what we've seen, like the way that they laid this out, even though it's so short. Like, we love this show and we love this franchise and we're going to speculate, you know what I mean? So it could be that. It could be that. Or my original prediction, and I think I still stand by this, is either it will be in the first episode or it will be in the last episode. Yeah. I think it will be at the very beginning or the very end that it happens. I kind of hope that they do it early because one of the things, and I don't know if it'll, and these are professionals, I'm not a professional. They may know better about like how it'll work and like how it'll make people feel. But to me, like playing through the game with this visceral, like anger, like feeling like the crushing weight of despair of Ellie as you're going through this is kind of what makes it the way it is. And so I feel like if you don't have that, which you could replace that with other things and make it still fantastic. So maybe they do that. But to me, like, that's really what made me like, I mean, I was texting you like when I was playing through it and I was like, oh, this Abby girl, like, she's actually kind of cool. And then you're like, what the fuck? Like, it all just kind of like, the pacing is just so perfect in the game. Like, I don't know if it would be the same in TV, but I kind of hope that they do it. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong and it won't be in the very beginning because I do think you're right. I feel less attached to show Joel than I did game Joel.
Yeah.
I do. And that's just the reality. And we talk about this a lot in Clickerbait because we can't, I mean, we said we weren't going to go forever on this. So, but we do in other episodes. So if we did a whole deep dive into what we felt like season 2 would be, but this does change things. I feel like getting this little bit, like there are other things to consider. I think Caitlin Dever looks phenomenal as Abby.
Yeah.
I think it fits so well. But I don't know. I am leaning more towards I hope they do it early. Yeah. And I think even if you run the risk of people not caring as much that he's dead, I think you will still get the like female rage like that. You know what I mean? Like that Abby feel or that Ellie feels. Mm-hmm. And I feel like they wait to reveal, I don't know, because I also feel like a big part of Abby's story, I think it's cool that they don't reveal how she's connected. So maybe they give flashbacks, but not necessarily how they're connected, which they kind of do that in the game too. Like you get to see right? They show you some flashbacks and then they eventually show you like why they're connected. Is that right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. But either way, man, my skirts.
Yeah. I don't know. They're going to have I'm excited I want to see how they do it creatively. Like, I hope the end goal is
me too.
Dividing folks on just like, that's why this game's great because it really divides people from like what is right and what's wrong. So like, it's just nice to see like it being told in a new way. And I am cool with them mixing it up. I hope it gets mixed up.
Me too.
I can't wait to see everyone's faces, and I hope they're just as shocked as we were when we played. I'm a sicko. I cannot wait to see. My spoiler lips are definitely open, and they're going. I can't wait to see how they brutalize Joel. I hope it's just as graphic as the game. Audrey's like, don't say that. You don't need. The first season wasn't that graphic. I'm like, they should go in real hard and deep with this scene. Make it brutal.
I don't know. I
want it to be graphic. Brutal. I'm a sicko though. Like I want it just like the game. I want this.
Some of the stuff,
his like how he meets his demise. I want it to be just like the game. The golf club is just iconic. Like they have to do it the same way. It's got to be just as shocking. That was like one of the most brutal death scenes I've ever had in a video game. Like it's up there. And it's got to have the same shock value. So I hope they do it just like the game. Mm-hmm. But Audrey is also like, oh my God, I can't believe you'd want to do that, want to hear that or see it. I'm like, yeah, because I'm a sicko. I just want people to pain.
Experience.
It's the best experience, you know?
Yeah. Shout out to It's Jordan OMG for the subscribe.
Ooh, thank you, sir.
You mostly hear golf clubs. He loves to hear us talk about them. Let's go. A couple of things from the audience and then we'll move along. But the Dan Good Show said, I think doing the show as 3 seasons, that will definitely happen for sure. Focus on young Abby while keeping Joel around will help retain the audience that doesn't know the game. Don't want to pull a Walking Dead with Negan.
That sucks so bad. Actually, I take, you know, if I think of anything that was just, you know, as shocking as like that moment in The Last of Us, like with as a pretty big Walking Dead fan, like that was pretty, that sucked. That did not feel good. That sucked.
Yeah, that was rough. But I could see like a similar comparison. Like,
for sure.
I would. But I think that could happen too. So like they could show us Abby's backstory. And towards the end, you get the reveal of like who she is, and then his death, like at the very end.
Her relationship with her father, and you know what's been taken away from her. I want to see it,
and then that gets you attached to her too. So I could see them doing it either way, but and yeah, Peachwag said it's going to be horrible. Craig Mason, French Dip said Craig Mason is such a fan of the games. I bet he'll keep things as pure as possible. I liked the amount that they did last season where they had a lot of things sticking the same, but also like integrated some really cool additional aspects that were really great to see. We got to get people to despise Abby to win them back with future Emmy winner Caitlin Dever.
Yes.
Yeah.
The world can love Abby. I believe in it. And if there's anyone can do it, it's going to be Caitlin. She can do it. Her acting's top notch. Let's go.
If you go back and listen to some of our episodes where we do like the deep dive into the game, like I'm not going to spill it all here, but like I was pretty divided like on the who's right, who's wrong situation. Cause it's tough. Like not to dive into it all here, but don't worry. We'll go into it. But speaking
I'm sure there will be like at least one more big trailer or something before the second season starts. So we'll have a good clicker bait episode with all the hype moments and sort of figuring out what's going to happen.
Yeah. And then of course we'll do more for sure. Absolutely. Well, in the spirit of talking about what we're excited about, let's just keep the train going. Let's keep it going. Choo-choo! Let's go choo-choo into our expert mode, where we're going to discuss all the games, every single one of them.
Every single game ever made. Just kidding. All the games coming out, hopefully this year.
Yeah.
I'm so glad we're not having to talk about every game ever made. That would be torture.
A 4-hour-long podcast. I'm just kidding. It'd be way more than that. But take it away, Jericho. Let's go with your list. Your thoughts.
There's a lot of games coming, and I had to I tried to limit myself to 10 and be like, am I really gonna play all these games and hopefully complete all of them? Probably not, but these are the ones that I'm definitely gonna put some time into if they come out this year. And believe it or not, I don't have Grand Theft Auto 6 on my list. Is it 6 or 7? I forget what number we're on. 6. This is the next Grand Theft Auto game.
Yeah, we got some audience submissions
really
for that.
Excited about. I just don't want to. My brain is not getting excited about it because I don't think it's going to come out this year. I definitely think it's a next year game. So I guess that's why it's just I sort of don't put it on my list yet, but I am really excited for that. But number one, the first one, which is one of, I think on my list, the game that's actually coming out the soonest, is Avowed. And honestly, based on some future previews that I was reading, like some people have gotten to play it early. Because at first glance, I was a little like, I don't know about this. But Obsidian makes great games, so I just sometimes don't get into the fantasy stuff, you know, unless it's like Dragon Age, and even Dragon Age sometimes can, I don't know. It's just like I like sci-fi way more. Uh, Zombies, that scary stuff, a little bit more than like dragons and magic. I like it. It's just not my favorite stuff. So when I saw Avowed at first, I was like, is this more Skyrim or what is this going to be like? I think I have a video, or I thought I did. I do not.
Thanks.
So I apologize. No Avowed here. We will talk about 2 Point Museum with Kayla later.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait. You know me. Here we go.
I'll just come back to us. So Avowed is on my list, number 1, and only because I heard that it actually is pretty fun to play based on like how the combat is working, because like you can really be customizable with what your character can use in combat, whether it's a wand, you might have a spell book in your hand, or you could have, you know, a sword and a shield, and you can, apparently it's really up to players with how they want to play. So I like that ability to like just play exactly the way I want and not have any limitations. And as far as like some of the story progression and choices, it seems like your character can pretty much say and do what they want to do. You know, with Dragon Age, it's one of my critiques really is that I never could feel like I could truly be an asshole in the game at all. Like it was hard to be bad. And sometimes you just really, sort of want to be bad. Like be a jerk, and you can't. Like I want to be mean. And based on what I've read about
that.
It is hard for some folks. And it usually is for me. Like my first playthrough, I might be good, but once in a while, I'm just tempted.
She
and
likes
I want
to
to
be
say
bad.
something mean. I want to be a butthole to this person. And based on what I've read with Avowed and seen some gameplay, like your character can be that asshole, and that's fun to me. It looks like a good time. So I'm a little bit more of on the positive side of Avowed now, based on what I've read. So I definitely will be picking that up first and playing.
Nice.
Number 2 on my list is Claire. Don't come at me here either. I'm going to really butcher this name. Claire Obscure Expedition 33. I'm just going to call it Expedition 33. I didn't have the video queued for this one either, but if you look it up, it looks phenomenal. Incredible voice cast. The story, though, is what really captivates me. And I really hope...
Oh, yeah.
It's super unique. And I really hope that the gameplay matches what's being shown off in this game, because it just almost looks too good to be true. And if it looks like if you're a fan of Persona, that you're going to love this game, that sort of like combat system. It looks incredible. So I don't think it has a release date yet. I think it's just this year. We just don't know when. Hopefully. Number 3.
This looks great.
Should I just keep going through the list like what I'm doing?
Yeah.
3,
yeah, that's great.
Split Fiction. We talked about this a couple episodes ago. I'm sure that might be also on your list. We should definitely play it. And it's pretty hot on people's minds. It was announced at the Game Awards. More, his name's leaving me, but that studio. More games where you could play with somebody co-op on the same TV. I'm a fan of that kind of game. And every game is just, you know, it's leaving me. The last game.
Haze Light is the name of the...
Turned into dolls. Thank you. It Takes Two.
I still haven't played that, actually.
God, you got to play that, Kayla.
I know. We should play it together. That would be fun.
Like that needs to be a priority at some point this year. Don't let it fall to the wayside. Like you and Hunter should definitely play. That'd be good. That would be good. Fun. Little game date night. Number 4 is Metal Gear Solid Delta. Really hope this comes out this year. Please, God. Metal Gear Solid 3 was the first and only Metal Gear Solid game I've ever played and completed. And I know it's devastating. I can't call myself a Kojima fan. But these games are old, okay?
Fake news.
Have some plans in the works to play the first one with a friend that also loves the series. I've tried playing the first one. I just suck at it. I need help.
I would watch that for sure.
A friend of ours has said he would help me. I've bought a mullet and a headband.
Of course,
and I'm going to be Solid Snake. So Probably when we get the
I would pay money to
announcement.
watch that.
When we get the announcement first,
sorry.
when this game comes out. What?
I hit my mic. I'm sorry.
I'm hitting my mic. You're good. We're just getting used to new places, new things. But when they announce, like, when this game's coming out, like, we'll figure out when we're going to do the Metal Gear Solid 1, the first one, stream. But love this. I love this game, and I'm really excited for my girlfriend to play it because she's never played a Metal Gear Solid game. So I really want this to be her first game, too. This game's I like the third one. Snake Eater. It's my favorite.
I haven't played any of them, actually. Surprisingly.
Well, I mean, you played Death Stranding. I
did. I didn't finish it, but
compared to some of the weirdness I've experienced in Metal Gear Solid, that's just a little bit.
Oh, really?
It's definitely.
That's a little.
Yes.
That's funny.
But it's cool, weird stuff. It's very Kojima.
I love a good weird game, though. Don't get me wrong.
I love weird games.
Can't miss out. Sorry. Really got to shout out the French Dip. Thank you for the sub. Jerica, that's 2 subs. You know, if we get 3 more, you got a dancey dance.
I'm ready to dance. Thank you for reminding me. 3 more, we get a dance here. You get a dance. And I'll do more than just stretch this time. I'll try. Last time I was just really stretching, wasn't dancing, but I don't have a lot of space to work with. I got to fix like a dance space back here.
You got to get a studio going.
Yeah.
Like a dance studio. Not a podcast studio. Anyways.
Number 5 is Ghost of Yote. Am I saying that right? I haven't really looked up how people are saying that.
I don't know. That sounds right to me. That sounds right. Yote?
Yeah. The new are the other game in the Ghost universe by Sucker Punch. I love Ghost of Tsushima. Incredible game. Yes, I will miss Jin Sakai, but I love that they're doing a whole other story in this universe. You know, I think this takes place more than a few. I think it's like 300 years later. So brand new character. I love the first game. I can't wait to see what they added this one. That is a great open world fighting, being a samurai, super ninja game. I love it. This is my cup of tea, and I cannot wait for it to come out.
Oh, Jerica. Peachwag gifted 5 subs.
Shut up.
You gotta dance.
Oh, God bless America. I was so excited to talk about 2XKO next, but I guess I gotta dance. Okay, hold on.
Give it to him.
I'm gonna take off my headphones because that
Peachwag, absolute animal. Wow, thank you so much. Here we go.
I'll move the chair.
Somebody's got to clip this, please. Please. Get it ready.
That's my tornado. You like that? Oh no. You ever seen Twister?
Twister who? She could never.
I'm getting sort of dizzy. I gotta stop. And then the wave.
Oh my gosh. This needs a moment of silence.
And I do like a good stretch.
A crouch.
I got one more, but I'm not gonna do it. The Twister was a lot of moves. But I do also have a full body twerk. But that's for next time. I gotta keep
that's next.
Rolodex of dances.
Yeah. You gotta get it ready. Oh, no. Hey, Dan, good show. You just gotta.
Hear anything. Let me put my ears back in.
Jerica. The people love you, Jerica. They love you. Wow. Oh my gosh. Please. Thank you, Peachwag, for making that happen. Thank you. Game Over Trailer said WTF.
Content. That's what I make, I guess. Yeah.
Actually, Game Over Trailer said church lady vibes, and that is so accurate. You were praising the Lord.
Oh my God. One day there will be a stream where I get to embrace my inner church Baptist lady persona. And it's not that kind of Baptist church lady, not the really mean ones. Like, this would just be one that shows up because it's a social event and she wants to bring her chicken casserole so she can impress like multiple husbands. That's the character I would be. She's also smoking a cigarette when she's in church.
What's her name? Her name is Janice?
Barbara? Lucy. I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Peachwag said respectfully, a twerk is not worth $30. 10 subs at least for a twerk.
Okay.
Oh my
Did
gosh.
I just create something?
That
Something
was
else.
amazing.
Something's been created.
Luann. Oh, Luann's a good one. Luann's good.
Okay, yeah, Luann.
That's
if
the
you ever
alter
like
ego.
seen that sketch, SNL sketch with Kate McKinnon, like alien lady, alien abduction lady. That is the persona that I'm going for.
Incredible.
Incredible. Okay.
Wow. What were you at? I don't even know. That took me. The Twister really did it for me.
That was improvised too. I just thought about Twister in that moment, and I was like, I'm gonna spin around like a tornado. I'm on 2XKO, and I'm really excited about this game because it's related to Arcane, of course.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm not a big fighting game gal, and I have a video queued up for this one.
Okay.
So I can show you, Kayla, what it looks like. This is a fighting game. This is a new Riot game. And it's a fighting game. How many times do I have to say that? It is a fighting game.
It's a fighting game. It's a tornado fighting game.
Do you maybe the Twister from Twisters in this game too. Maybe they can add that to League of Legends. Kayla, I've never heard of you playing a fighting game. Right? Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat.
No, the only fighting game I've played and enjoyed was the Injustice games. I like those.
Okay.
But really just for like a little bit, and then I lose interest. I'm not a fighting game gal. Not a fighting game gal. Not a car driving game gal. Either one of those.
I'm not either, to be honest. Yeah. I've played Mortal Kombat a few times and had fun, but I'm never like going back to them or looking next to the sequel. But I'm all for Riot making another game with characters from Arcane. And I'm going to play the heck out of this game. This game, though, does have a cool little system, and some other fighting games might have it in there too. But like, you play with two people. Like me and you would be fighting against two other people, and we can like tag each other out. The system looks really unique. If I was going to get into a fighting game, this has a few things that could bring me into it. Obviously, they've announced Jinx is going to be a character, and Echo, of course, and a few other champions. So I'm intrigued, but just the system where you can fight 2v2 seems fun. So I'm hoping this comes out this year. It should come out this year. It's been in early access. I signed up to hopefully be able to try it out at some point in the future. They probably don't want me to try this out because I'm just not a fighting game gal, but I hope they notice that I'm not, and I'm here for Arcane. And I'll play it.
That's the purpose.
I want to see if the characters are true to who they are, you know? That's why I need to play this. Anywho, I'm excited for this game. The next one, I think I have another video. Yeah. South of Midnight, of course.
This I forgot about this.
You know, I love a game. I keep hitting this. I love a game with a unique art style, very artsy, almost like painted. Almost, is it like not stop motion, but the lower
claymation?
Rate? Yeah, it looks cool. It's like claymation. Yeah, I love that look so much. And based on what I've seen, it looks like a game I'll get into. It's very whimsical. Seems to remind me a lot of New Orleans. And this big catfish thing you're floating on is just right up my alley. So that's on my list as well.
That one looks really cool. I forgot I had that one on my wish list actually on Steam already.
This comes out pretty soon. Is it March?
On Steam, it doesn't have a date.
Maybe it doesn't have a date yet. Damn it. Hopefully
let's
soon.
See. Hold on.
This should be soon. I feel like this game should be right around the corner. But this is the studio that made that other weird game, Compulsion Games. What was that other? I have the picture in my head. It's like the clown guys. We Happy Few. Is that it?
Oh yeah. Let me double check that that's the same developer. So. They did Outer Worlds. Is that no? That doesn't seem right.
That's Obsidian.
That's all right. Hold on.
Compulsion Games. I think it's
Why is this not
We Happy Few? Compulsion.
That sounds accurate. Games. Developer next week should tell us when it comes out.
Y'all are having to watch me Google and misspell things. Yes.
Are you? You're doing it live. That's funny.
I am. Let's go to Wikipedia. Yes.
I really appreciate your transparency.
Products.
Okay.
Y'all can't see it, but I
played that. Few. I liked that one.
In
it's
contrast,
weird.
That came out a long time ago.
Yeah.
I remember I played it, but I don't remember much of it. It was sort of weird too. They have a pedigree for doing a little bit of weird artsy things, so I'm a fan. Okay.
I love a good weird artsy thing.
Yeah. There's probably a better way to describe that too, but you know.
No.
The last 2 games are on my list, Kayla, are the 2 big ones. I would say the last 2 I've saved as my most anticipated for the year. Hopefully, please God, let them come out. I think Replace will come out this year, but that is my second to last game I'm most anticipated and ready to play. Will I probably beat it? I don't know. It might be hard.
Looks good.
But, pixelated cyberpunk side-scroller with incredible lighting effects. Yes. Sign me up. When I saw the gameplay for this, I was just like, there's a lot of check marks that are definitely buttering every single roll on my body.
Butter the roll.
This gets 5 out of 5 buttered rolls for me already, based on what I've seen. It was supposed to come out last year, but it did get delayed. So sometime this year, we hope to see it. We hope to see it. And then, do you want to take a guess of my most anticipated game, Kayla? I don't have a video for it, so.
Did you already say the new Death Stranding game? Are you going to try to say that comes out or
I missed that. That was also on the list, but that's not my most anticipated. I don't think that's going to come out this year. But yes, I'm also ready for Death Stranding 2. But Kojima literally said, like, I'm not going to say verbatim, but something along the lines of, we're not too far along with this game. I feel like he said that somewhere. I could be misremembering. I don't think that will come out this year based on whatever he said around the Tokyo Game Show. He had like commented on something about the development of the game.
I'll look it up.
I don't know.
But what is it? I'm itching.
I just don't. Yeah, if you can find it, like, what did Kojima say? Tokyo Game Show about. Oh, here we go. Dan Goodshow says, I think his next 2 games are delayed because of voice actor strikes. Okay, that makes sense.
That does make sense. Yeah.
But he said something along the lines of that made me feel like they're not as far along as they would hope to be. So I don't think Death Stranding 2 comes out this year. I think that gets next year too. But my most anticipated game, which hopefully does come out this year, is Fable.
Oh yeah. I should have guessed that.
Playground Games, which is so cool to me because they've only made racing games, Kayla.
Oh, interesting.
Horizon. Or is it Forza? It's one of those.
I think
they've only made racing games in the past, but they're truly breathtaking games. And I've played out of all the racing. We were talking about racing games earlier. Like, I don't play a lot of them either. It's Horizon, right? It's Horizon. Playground.
I don't think God,
I wish my brain could remember things.
Playground Games makes Forza. It's Forza Horizon. You're close. It's the same thing.
Thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome.
I was halfway there. That's all you got to be sometimes, just halfway there. But yeah, out of all the racing games, I've actually played Forza the most because they're really fun. So who's to say they can't make a fun RPG game?
Yeah, I played the Need for Speed games, but not the Forza games.
But how cool is that? Like, a studio that's only made incredible racing games is making the new Fable. So
very interesting. Is the original studio involved at all or not at all? No,
I don't think they exist anymore.
How do you feel about that?
Well, I'm actually fine with it. I think it's, we've always wanted Fable to come back. It's come back in some ways before, but it wasn't in the right way. I think this is like a reinvigoration of the franchise to make it. It's basically the new. Let's have Fable be new again.
Yeah.
And based on the trailers we've seen, like a little bit of gameplay, but mainly just like the tone of the game, they're gonna kill it. Like they're landing the tone and the comedic relief of the game because the game's just funny. It's fun to play, but like the story is just silly, British, stupid humor, and I love it so much.
Yeah, Dan Goodshow said Fable with this game engine is going to be a cool, ready for a fresh start. So it sounds like the people would agree. That's a good list. It's pretty stacked.
That's my list.
All right. Well, mine is very different than yours, as no one's probably surprised.
And I love that. And you usually introduce me to something I forgot, or I'm like, damn, I wish that was on my list. So
yeah, I have some like bigger titles, and I actually have Avowed on my list too. It looks very interesting. I'm really into the fantasy aspect of it all, so that really intrigues me. But that is not the first release. I'm going in chronological order, not necessarily hype order. But the first one that I wanted to mention is Civilization 7 comes out in February. I'm a big Civ fan. I've played a lot of hours of Civilization 6. That's actually, I say I'm a big fan. I really only got into I know it's been around for years and years and years. It's been a long running franchise, but I only started playing Civilization 6 when that came out. So I've been really itching for, I love strategy type games. It's something that's really interesting to me. So that one is high up on my hype list. Avowed, which comes out on February 18th. I think I said Civilization 7 comes out February 11th. Avowed on February 18th. That's right up my alley. One thing you didn't mention, and does it come out or does it not? Or am I speaking out of turn and maybe it got delayed and I forgot? But doesn't Lost Records come out this year?
Yeah.
Bloom and Rage?
Yeah, it got pushed to this year, so.
Yeah. That's right, because originally it was supposed to come out, I think, in October of last year. That is on my list,
y'all.
Oh, let's go. Hi. Welcome.
I would also say I would dance if we get rated too, but this Twister has went back up into the wall cloud. She got sucked.
You gotta go back and watch the VOD if you want that. Don't worry, we'll clip it.
There was a dance, thanks, y'all. There was a dance.
Thank you guys, Respawn Aimfire lovelies, for coming over into our channel. We appreciate it.
I started late. I was trying to also take a look at their stream earlier and say hello, but we just got really behind because of audio.
Oh, look. Oh, Jerica.
Oh, no. Is there more dancing?
Jerica!
I don't know how many.
You've got 5 more. You've got to do it.
Is this for the full body twerk? Does someone really want it that much? Who wants that much?
French Dip.
Damn,
French Dip wants it.
Okay. Do I have to do it?
And he gave us a cool ass logo, so you have to do it.
Absolutely.
You've got to do it. Whoa, let's go.
This might be what gets us banned. I don't know. It might be.
I'm glad I have my wine glass for this episode. Church lady twerk. Church lady twerk. Oh man, she should have done a move called the French Dip.
You gotta see the beginning.
Oh my gosh!
It starts at my feet, but I didn't think this through. I didn't know I was gonna do this evening. So, but you can maybe see. Okay, you'll at least see the body move. You'll have to use. Maybe I could record a video and send it to you via text or email, so you can have the full version. I usually start at my feet. And I just shake like
guys.
This is my full body twerk. That was it. I know it's not as long as the Twister, but that was the full body twerk. And Kayla's God.
Oh my God.
Was it that bad? I can't hear. I haven't put my ears back in yet.
Oh my God. Come on, Luann. Luann in the chat. That's a grand mal seizure.
I have been told it, as I've done that a few times in public. Was told, yeah, it looks like I'm seizing. The Holy Ghost, as they say. I wish you could see the whole body, though. The whole body is jiggling when I do it. That's how I do it, but you can't really see it. Next time I'll have a camera for the dance cam. Will we have a dance cam? Maybe.
We need to have a dance cam. We need to have a dance cam. And P-Swag said it's giving those blow up dancing guys outside a car dealership. And I could not agree more. That is absolutely incredible. I need to thank you guys for letting this happen because I've never seen the full
a relative, my aunt, like Aunt Bev, that's actually my aunt, asked me, so what are you doing to make money these days? Well, I'm dancing on the internet.
I'm dancing on camera as Luann.
And it's not what you think. It's not. It's not on that site.
P-Swag said roll the dance cam for Miss Luann, and we have got to get that going in here. Thank you guys seriously so much. That was incredible. Wow. Perfect. Jerica.
What game were you on again?
I don't remember.
Bloomin' Rage.
Yeah, speaking of raging, Miss Luann is raging.
Let me tell you about the internet. Yeah. Yes, and also Bloomin' Rage. I'm excited for that. It reminds me of Yellow Jackets.
Yes. And that's like one of my favorite shows. I know you really love that too. It comes out February 18th, and I will be playing it. I know I saw P-Swag loving in the chat for it too. We also have Split Fiction on my list at my number 4. I don't have 10. I think I mentioned this, but I have 7. But Split Fiction definitely on there. And I will be playing It Takes Two.
Let's stream it, Kayla.
Yes, we will be streaming it.
Maybe we can play in character. I'll be Luann, and you could be whoever your church lady is going to be. I don't know.
Oh,
okay, I don't know why the church ladies are going to be playing Split Fiction, but it could be entertaining.
And then, of course, Jerica, she's got it queued up. Let's talk about my real most anticipated game.
Okay, you ready?
2 Point Museum.
I don't think anyone's ready.
You should be ready, because if anything is giving dance vibes, it is 100% 2 Point Museum. These games are so silly, and they are such a good time. Bye CC. Thanks for joining. Have a nice sleepy time. Anyway, sorry, I had to say goodbye. Hello, and welcome, Trav Man. We appreciate you being in the chat.
Yes.
But 2 Point Museum, do you have the video up? I'm not even looking.
Oh, it's going, Kayla. It's ready to go, girl. Yes.
Oh, hell yeah. Let's go. This game, who makes it? 2 Point Studios, I think it's the name of the actual developer. They're so silly, but this one, they just do an excellent job marketing their games, because like this has been all I've seen on Twitter/X. And it is just so fun. You may have your own museum, and it's like very management type, like sim strategy, like building game. And it's cool because they always have like an underlying story almost. Like the story is not a huge part of it, but you have your own museum and you do like research, and it's wacky, it's fun, it's a great time. I've played 2 Point Hospital. And they have 2 Point Hospital and 2 Point Campus are the other 2 games. And it's a very similar thing. You have a hospital, you have a college campus. And I just sink so many hours into these. They're just so cute. And the museum one sounds really fun because you get to like find historical artifacts in like different areas of this world. And I couldn't be more excited for it to come out on March 4th.
Ooh,
and
it's soon.
You should play it. Yeah.
If I were to pick up one of whether it's the hospital or the campus, like which one should I play? Because I'm going to play one.
Ooh, you should play. I would say play campus because it's the newer one, and there's more features in the newer one. So I think that would be fun.
I'm going to commit to saying I might play this, even get going on it tonight, and I want to share my thoughts with you next week, because like I'm in the mood. I'm going to take a pause from fighting monsters in The Witcher, and I want to play this. Like I'm in the mood. Wait, I just saw Sonic the Hedgehog. What the hell, Kayla? What?
Oh, there's some wacky shit in here. Like it is wacky. P-Swag said Rose and Kayla 2 Point Museum stream 100% would do that with Rose. P-Swag's wifey wife would 100%. I freaking love these games. P-Swag said campus unless you love healthcare. But yeah, so that one definitely high on my list. Hold on, where did my list go? If another game that I have a video for that Jerica has that I'm really excited for is called Korra. Cora is from Don't Nod, and it is this really cute game that I am sure will rip my heart out into shreds and throw it on the ground and stomp on it. But it kind of looks like almost, what does it remind me of? It reminds me a little bit of Cult of the Lamb, almost like the dark, like
that's what I thought of first. Yeah, like
yeah,
like creepy but cute, and walking around.
Something else too. What else does it? But yes, creepy but cute is 100% accurate to what it is. Yes, and it is developed by Studio TLOU and published by Don't Nod. And there's puzzles. You're following this like cute little, I think it's a kid and a dog.
I love it.
It looks like this is their first game, Studio TLOU.
It reminds me of Night in the Woods, like some of the character designs.
Yes.
That's it.
That's what I was thinking of. Thank you. Thank you so much. And you're trying to protect your friend, the dog. And if something happens to it, I will quit and I will never play a game ever again.
Horrible game. 0 out of 10.
Yeah.
If something happens to the
0.
dog.
And yes, we do love Don't Nod. And that comes out on April 17th. And I will be playing that. Next, we have Judas Jerica, which I hope
queued up.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. It's fine. I really wanted you to show 2 Point Museum and Cora because I figured these other games people have probably heard about to some extent. So I appreciate you getting those up and running. But this one, Judas, I am excited about. And it looks wacky, but in like a fun way. What did you say they've made? What's the other game that they've made? Did you tell me that earlier?
So,
BioShock.
The studio guy, and I always butcher his last name, so I still haven't pulled up. Ken Levine. I always want to call him Adam Levine, but that's that singer, right?
Yes.
Ken over there, was part of not BioWare. Shit, it's getting late, and all the dances. It's hard to keep up now. I'm out of breath and my brain's tired.
Oh my gosh, you guys! If you're just not joining, please go back and watch the video on demand.
Part of BioShock, leading that story in those games, and then that studio obviously is not together anymore. That's the only word I can use. Like, it is a band. They're not together anymore.
Disbanded.
So he has his own studio now, and Judas is that game. That if you miss BioShock, this is probably gonna butter your roll. So I'm ready to play this game. It looks cool. They've shown some gameplay, but it's been a minute. It's been a few months since we've seen anything else, I think, right? I don't think. There might be some more stuff out there, but it's been months since I've seen that gameplay demo, I think.
Yeah, they did a long one. I think it was like 20 minutes or something, like 10 to 20 minutes, I think. But no official release date, except we do have like a coming soon. I have a feeling it will come out late this year. I think it'll be like a November release, if I had to guess. But it looks dope. It looks really, really interesting, like the art and like the direction. I'm very intrigued by it. And then my last thing I have is I really hope Little Nightmares 3 comes out this year.
Is it not? It just says that we just know this year.
Yeah, it's slated for this year. It actually got delayed. It was supposed to come out last year.
Sort of thankful for that because I still got to beat number 2. I'm still on.
I do too. Yeah,
2.
I am too. I am
on 2.
I'm also on 2. But yeah, that's my list. We have some submissions from you guys, and you guys are bumping in the chat, which we always appreciate. We do have, Trav Man said Kev Levine, BioShock, Irrational Games. The Irrational of yours, sadly no more. And then Game Over Cholo highlighted his message, so thank you for that. Yes. My most anticipated games are Ghost of Yotai, which Jerica mentioned earlier, Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. Oh, we forgot about Assassin's Creed Shadows. I do want to play that.
I do. Man, I hope it's good.
I hope so too.
Good. It's been delayed multiple times now.
And then Game Over Cholo, my dream is to see that Haunted Chocolatier comes out, but I don't think it's happening. Concerned Ape has really been focusing on like improving Stardew, and they just rolled the update for consoles, the most recent update. So I don't think we're getting that for at least at least another year, probably 2. Death Stranding 2 and Split Fiction. But some of the other questions, or some of the other responses we got from you, which you can participate if you follow us on our socials, specifically Instagram is where we typically ask our question of the week. The Dan Good Show, who is present. Thank you for being present. I feel like we're calling roll call.
Yes, he's here.
Present. Said Fable, Death Stranding 2, anything on the Super Nintendo Switch, which is, we will speculate is coming out soon. I've seen some things.
I'm finally going to
we'll probably be talking about
Kingdom
that
on that thing. I don't want to play it until I have a new Switch to play it on.
That's valid. And then also GTA 6. I know several people just threw that in there as like a hopeful.
GTA 6 is not coming out this year. I don't think it's coming out this year. If it comes out this year, though, I'll be shocked. Do the Twister what will you 5 times in a row.
I would love to see that.
I know.
I don't think it's going to happen, though. As much as I would love Luann to get Swifty once again. Samson XP said Pokemon Legends ZA. P Swishy, present, said, really hope we get Judas and a full Hades 2 release, which is valid. I think it's only... I think it should happen for sure. And then we have Cognitive Clips, who has gone night-night and is not present. Metroid Prime 4, my brand. Is that coming out this year?
Don't call it the incorrect thing. I feel like, don't say whatever it is incorrectly. I wish I knew how to say it wrong so I could make Jordan mad or correct me. Metroid Prime 4, that's not coming out this year. Or is it?
No.
Or is it?
I don't know.
If it's a new Switch
game. Does it have a date?
If the new Switch is out. But they don't normally, have huge games, at launch for the console. Nothing well, I take that back. I feel like the last Breath of the Wild came out with the Switch. I don't remember. I have a real memory. Never mind.
Yeah. That's okay.
I am ready for a new Mario game, though.
I am too. Did we get one this year, technically? Or last year?
Mario. We had Mario Odyssey. I want the next 3D Mario platformer.
I think maybe we get one with this release. Who knows? I think we had one more. Yes, the French Dip Design, also present. Said Pokemon Legends Gen 10, Metro Prime 4, and I'm ready for Nintendo Seance. I think he meant Seance. Nintendo Seance.
I like Seance.
Yeah.
I can't pronounce that at all anyways.
It's P-Shrugs. Oh, hi, Campo63 in the chat. Hello. Ooh. You missed Jerica dancing. Unless you were here and just didn't say anything. You should still go back. Renaissance.
Jesus.
Seance.
We can't read. What's your name? You're gonna be Loretta or Janice. Janet, you gotta learn to read the chat, Janet. Okay.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that makes sense.
Demon seances. Okay.
If you're gonna get from our show, you're gonna get Jerica's dance moves, and you're gonna get me making shit up about the paranormal.
I believe there's a ghost in your house that's followed you. So
I did my best. Okay, I'm just here doing my best.
Put out the cheese. That's what I hear the ghost like.
That's my list, and that's your submissions, and who knows what will come from these. We have 2 different fantasy critics that we are a part of that I'm sure we will have content coming in the future on.
I can't do
that you can find.
I'm tired of being in them. I can only have time for so many. There's another one just clawing at me. I'm like, how many games do I have to pick? I don't know. I feel like I've picked them all, honestly. But all of them are not on the same list, so I lose everywhere. So,
yeah, I never do good ever. But I always think it's funny to pick games like my little farm games, and then people think it's funny because I don't get any points for them. But Pishwak said you can just tell me you don't want to be my friend, Jerica. He's upset that you don't want to do Fantasy Critic with them.
Oh no, that was fine. No, I'm y'all are the first ones that grabbed me for it, so you're good. And then the second group is also okay. We've already done it. There's one more group that I'm like, I don't know if I could do this year. I don't know.
She can't commit to
no,
it.
The ones I've already done
it
it with, y'all are fine. Good gravy over here.
Yeah.
Just like, I just can't do more than 2 or 3. I don't think that's too
She's
many.
at her limit, y'all. Luann is tired.
I can barely respond to people's text messages. Like,
Luann is sleepy.
Uh-huh.
She's got things to do.
Can't play any games because I'm just too busy picking them and looking at them when they're coming out and reading their Metacritic reviews. I don't even know. I haven't played the game. I trust this computer telling me it's good. This text.
Yeah.
That hopefully a human wrote. I don't know. Who's to say?
Could be AI.
Everybody in the chat right now is a real person. This could all be AIs talking to us right now, you know?
Luann said
in the sky.
Luann is a confirmed conspiracy theorist.
Yes, she is. And her favorite movie is Twister. The first one. The second one's too woke for her. Just saying. That's a character. It's not me, Jerica. That was a joke. I don't know if anyone understands my comedic charm yet. So actually, Jerica loved the second one more.
Also, Passion of the Christ is your favorite movie.
Twister. It's right behind Twister. It's number 2.
Oh my God. Yo, we've got to cut ourselves off. We're getting loopy in here
anymore. So
no, it's a movie review podcast. And we hope that you stick around, which we will be reviewing, of course, like we said earlier, The Last of Us Season 2. The gays were on them Twister.
It was great. That's why I love Twister 2 for real. It was perfect.
But anything that you guys have to add, send to us on JK Games Podcast on all platforms. We will make sure to answer in our next episode next week on Monday. We'll see you next time. We'll see you there. Be there, be square. Bye.
Make sure you have your weather alerts turned on in case I start twisting up into that house tonight, you know? Just saying.
Thanks for all the gifts, y'all. We'll see ya.
Goodbye.
Bye.